Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. It's Tuesday the 16th of February. We have some new mods. We have a few updates. The updates are as follows. From the top, the Fendt 250 GT by Polo Freak 211, Puma, Bremy 456 and Peter AH. The Lizard Gigant 22,000 BR by SrVertex, ZT-Modding and J.AModding. The Hol Run by Vanquish 081, the John Deere 6R series by Baler, and Welcome to Oak Hill by Lancy Boy. That does say Oak Hill restart needed, but they have all had updates today. Now, on the update screen, you just saw one of the things on there was the No Man's Land production Seasons Geo. This is Seasons Geo NML production, No Man's Land. And it's a specific geo for No Man's Land which takes into account the old production pack by farmer Mahnew. That is new out today. Then in front of us we have got the Kverneland UN7655 by LT-Modding. This is 2.66 megabytes download. It's 8 slots on console, and as you might be able to tell from looking through the gap, it's a reskin of the standard SW4014 that we have already. Difference with this being we can change the wrap colours to a few different variations, and it's got the Kverneland logo, and the wrap is Kverneland wrap. But it is, in essence, as far as I can tell, it's the same bale wrapper. A few people have asked me recently about the combination Baler wrappers and how do you wrap square bales. This is how you wrap square bales. Normally the combination Baler wrappers do round bales only, but these will do square bales. These will also do round bales, but obviously it's not a Baler wrapper. This is just the wrapping unit. This you'll find under baling technology. The standard one's 54 grand. I think it's 7 slots. So this one, the UN7655, is also 54 grand and it's 8 slots. Options available, we can change the foil colour. So these are your standard colours normally. With this one we can also have a blue and a yellow as your foil wrap colours if you wish. I think there's a modded one of these in one of the... There's a Baler mod pack that's got some of these as well, I think. So if you've used the other one before, you'll be no stranger to this. L1 and X opens the whole unit up. For wrapping your square bales, it should just be a case of lining up as close as you can. They are usually a bit forgiving. It'll pick up your bale and then it'll wrap it. Then L1 and triangle releases the bale for you to be on your merry way to pick up the next one. But like I say, these will do square and they will do round bales as well. I did do a couple just to check. Normally I only ever use these for square bales, but they do round bales as well, as you're about to see. And there you have it. Kverneland UN7655 by LT-Modding. Next up, we have got the Reboke 16,000 plus. This is an Auger Wagon. Very nicely detailed this. Got a couple of nice little sort of add-ons as such, I guess. This is by FBT-Modding, 5.35 megabytes download, 5 slots on console. Now I have got seed in this, but without the seed in it, all the internal structures there are grates like grills to prevent clumping and that kind of thing, all the stuff you would expect to have. This is under Auger Wagons, and it will take your regular Auger Wagon fare. So it will do your regular crop types, and then it will do seed and fertilizer. Requires 100 horsepower. We can have a 16,000 litre or a 22,000 litre. Wilbrand, Trelleborg, Michelin, Nokian, and back again. Under Trelleborg, I'll zoom in a little bit. We've got standard and wide. It's a little bit wider than these flotation tyres. Back to standard. Under Michelin, we've got wides, standards, wides, and then a wide. Back to standard. Then under Nokian, we've got standard, wide, and back again. Then back to Trelleborgs. Then we've got normal tip. So the spout on the back is a normal Auger Wagon tip, or the planter tip, which has got that longer spout nozzle, a little bit more precise for putting it into seeders and planters. So if you're putting seed or fertilizer in to top up your seeders or fertilizer spreaders, yeah, that's a nice little addition on that. Now, we do have the option to fold the ladder up. I just need to remember what it was under. L1, R1 and right stick side to side. Folds the ladder up out of the way for transportation. Open cover, L1 and left on the D-pad. So I've got the 22,000 litre one. It's got a wooden construction around the top. Then pipe out, L1 and down on the D-pad. Nice smooth animation. Once it comes out into that position, there's no other options on this for adjustment. It's in that position, but that spout like that does make it a little bit easier. So if we go on to the other options, that just gives me the option for the ladder again. But unload here. There we go. Does have a trailer hitch on the back. So I haven't actually tried it with anything else, but you should be able to hook other things up. Possibly put multiple ones of these together. Potentially. That's the Starer Reboke 16,000 plus by FS19. Next, let's go with a couple of the zany ones, shall we? Yeah, we'll go with this one first. We've got these crazy little things. This is the Buggy Cart by SleutjesModding. These are just for a bit of fun, for banging around your map and having a bit of a laugh in your leisure time. The Buggy Cart is 5.51 megabytes download, 5.41 megabytes download, 4 slots on console. There's a few different options available. You can have an open cart like that, you can have it with a windscreen, you can have it with lights, you can have it with a windscreen and the side netting so you don't fall out when you're doing something silly. There's loads of colour options, there's metallics, there's standard flat colours, and you can kind of mix and match as you go. This you'll find under vehicles and cars. The Buggy Car is 2,350 and it will run at 49 miles per hour. It's a 10 horsepower engine. If you buy one, then slot count drops down from 4 down to 1. Options available. We can change the main cards, anything on that palette, and like I say, they're all kind of metallic-y, almost a kind of glittery metallic on that. And then rim colour again, you can mix and match either flat colours or the metallic versions that are a little bit higher up to whatever you want. We've got the option of lizards, Nokians, which I quite like those, and then we've got the chunkier Trelleborgs. Then configuration 1 is like this. Configuration 2 puts a windscreen on. Configuration 3 is the windscreen and lights. 4 is the netting but takes the windscreen and lights off. 5 is netting with lights. 6 is netting, lights and windscreen. 7 is just lights. That's how it's got to be, isn't it? Just a pair of goggles, a scarf so you don't eat mud, and away you go, surely. Then back to configuration 1 again. Those are your options. If you go for the light option, it's like so. Horn. It does have a rear trailer hitch for hooking up to small trailers if you want to take your packed lunch with you. What I have also done, I just thought, because it's designed for just a bit of a giggle, I've built a little ramp. I don't want to get up to 49 miles an hour though. I'm just curious. I haven't tried this yet. Please get up to 49 miles an hour, otherwise it's going to be a real damp squib. Need to line up on this. Come on. 49. Let's do this. Oh, that's not good. Oh, back on the wheels. That's the result. I just thought it'd be a giggle. So, I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, it's just for a bit of a laugh. I know there are a lot of people when the mods come out that anything that's not farming, they're a bit anti, kind of, you know. Have a bit of a slide on them as well. Don't kind of turn as tight as you think, and the brakes aren't that great. Although going over rough terrain, it's a bit of, I say, suspension travel. Something along those lines, anyway. There we go. Oh, engine off. Just for a bit of fun. The Buggy Cart by SleutjesModding. Next, we've got this. We've got the Lizard SGIC. This is by Tiik modding, Miotto modding, and SrVertex. 5.74 megabytes download, 6 slots on console. This is a plough. I know it looks like a disc harrow, not, well, yeah, kind of cultivator, but it's under the plough section. Big solid construction. Plenty of weight on that, I would imagine. This you'll find in the ploughs. The SGIC, 32,500 to buy. 210. What's wrong with me today? 210 horsepower required. 5.8 meter width. Runs at 7 miles an hour. There are no options available. I'm going to take my teeth out and put them back in again. You get it like that. So we'll hook it up. We'll drop it down. And away we go. We are ploughing. We do have the ability to create fields on this as well. If I raise that up out the ground, L1 and triangle will allow create fields. L1 and triangle, just press that, drop it down. So if you want to extend your fields further, or just make pretty patterns in the grass, you absolutely can. Or not even pretty, but yeah. Raise that up, L1 and triangle, turn that back off again. And there you go. That's the Lizard SGIC by Tiik modding, Miotto modding, and SrVertex. Next, we've got these. I like these a lot. These are very cool. Now, part of the updates today was the Fendt 250 GT has had an update. That mod and the mod pack is 37.98 megabytes download. That's been out a while now. I'm not reviewing that, but what came out today to go with those is the cutting bar set. Now, it doesn't say it's a required mod, because it doesn't have to be. Because in this set, we have a mower, a front mower, but that mower is designed to go with the 250 GT. It goes underneath. We'll have a look at that in a second. We've got a butterfly mower, but that's just a 3-point link mounted butterfly mower. As you can see here, with the massive Ferguson, it will hook on 3-point link mounted, no problem at all. But in addition to that front mower that goes with the 250 GT, there's a standard 3-point link mounted version. So you don't have to have the 250 GT pack installed. You can still have the cutting bar set, and it will run on normal 3-point link mounted tractors. So you don't have to have it. And it's cheap as chips. 7 meter cutting bar on the back for next to nothing. So it's actually a bit of a result. We'll have a look at it first on the 250 GT. If you get the cutting bar that goes for that, it does have to be picked up and put underneath, because this is where everything mounts on the 250 underneath. So we'll hook it up, turn that on, unfold the rear bar, we turn the front one on. I love the sound of these as well. Got the little sickles just going backwards and forwards, or the bar going backwards and forwards behind the sickle. PTO driven. Rear one. I love that you see in the shadow. Everything flicking backwards and forwards. It's brilliant. Did I not turn the front one on? Oh, I didn't drop it down. That would help, wouldn't it? Drop the front mower down. Sounds like an old steam engine. When they go out of sync a little bit, you get this up, pop, 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 pop. Oh, it's just brilliant. It's very cool. Let's raise that front one up out of the way. Raise the rear one up. And hop off. And like I say, we can do exactly the same with the regular one. You don't need to see it mowing again, but you'll see the front one hooks up to a regular 3-point link. And the rear one. And the same thing again. Nice low profile cutting setup. That's pretty cool, that. So, where will you find these wonderful bits of equipment? These are under mowers. So the butterfly cutting bar, only 8,300. That's 4 slots. This pack is, the cutting bar set is 7.23 megabytes download. It's by Polo Freak 211, GnomAtom and privat. So yeah, 8,300, 20 horsepower required for the rear mower bar, which is nothing. You can put that on any small tractor. 7 meter cut, runs at 9 miles an hour. Then you've got the front cutting bar, which is also a 3-point link, which I had on the Massey. Also requires 20 horsepower, 2 meter width. Runs at 13, so you could run it on its own if you wanted to. And then you've got the front cutting bar that goes with the 250 GT. Also 20 horsepower, 2 meters wide. Runs at 13 miles an hour. 5,100, 5,100. So you've got a 7 meter butterfly mowing setup there. Very cheaply. I like that. That's very cool. We do have options to change the main colour on these, obviously to match up. If you're going to use it on a regular tractor, you absolutely can. But there are the 250 GT colours, so if you want to match up with those, you can. The same with that one. But with the 250 GT front cutting bar, I'm pretty sure... Oh no, it does have all the options. I was going to say, I thought it would only have the options that the GT 250 GT has. So there you go. Those are your options. That's how it works. Very nice indeed. Next we have got... Now DJ did a thing on these a little while ago. Before they came out, I think you got early access to them. This is the Lizard Tressler Cyberquad. You can see what they've done there, can't you? It's a little quad bike, like the Tesla Cybertruck. You can have it standard with a regular hitch for putting small trailers on, whatever you want to do, again, for carrying your lunch. Or you can have 3-point link, so if you want to use the precision modding soil sampler, you can put that on there. There are probably other things you could put on, but the heavier there are, it just lifts the front wheels off the floor. It's a nice looking bit of kit, and with the lights on, it's got a strip light on the back and strip light on the front. Very cool. One thing I have found, just bringing these out here to put onto the map, when you take your finger off the accelerator, they just bump. It's immediate. There's no gradual. Now, I know they're supposed to be electric. Well, I assume they were electric because it was the Tressler Cyberquad, but it does have an engine sound. So, lights on and off. So I mean, as soon as I take my finger off, it just stops almost instantaneously. Which is okay. Now, weirdly as well, that down the bottom says 75 miles an hour. It does not get up to 75 miles an hour. This you will find under cars and... undercars. 45,000 to buy. Yeah, it says 74 miles an hour there. 110 horsepower engine. This is 6.99 megabytes download and 5 slots for the first one. We can have attach a standard or attach a 3-point link, as I've already said. Those are the options. There's no colour choice. I've only been able to get this up to about 39, which puts it a little bit slower than the buggies. Your watch is going to go up to 70 odd now, isn't it? No, 38. 39. I cannot get it to go above 39 miles an hour. Not that's a major issue, it just the fact it says sort of 74, 75. I thought that is going to be a rocket ship and absolutely insane to ride, but it's yeah, it'll do the job. This is by J.AModding. I'm all out of sync. Just because I was kind of excited about the various different mods today. I'm not doing it in my regular order. Normally I start with who are the mods by and the megabyte download and the slot count, but I didn't today. Anyway, sort of spice things up a little bit. The Lizard Tresla Cyberquad by J.AModding. I think that's going to be a bit of a Marmite mod. The same with the little buggy as well. Which brings me on to the last of the mods for today. I know, crazy, isn't it? We've hardly had any today. Is that a blessing or a curse? I'm not too sure. We have got the Michieletto Am 19. And everyone will say, well, we've already got one of those. This is a little bit different. And I like it's a little bit different. The standard in-game one is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But this one's added a few bits and bobs on, which I think are rather nice. So this is the Michieletto Am 19, 3.42 megabytes download, 12 slots on console. This is by Realistic Farmers. There are a few different options. Well, I say there are colour choice options. I don't think there's tyre choice options. And there's something a little bit different as well about the capacity for it. It's odd because it's only one particular thing. You'll find this under animal transport. So the standard Am 19 is 67,500 to buy. Slot count on that is 6. So what did I say this one was? 12. So it's a little bit more because it does more. And on this one we can change the rim colour. That's all we can do on it. Capacity on this, it will take 14 cows, 21 pigs, 24 sheep. Fair enough. This one, the Am 19 RF, Realistic Farmers, it will do 14 cows, 60 pigs, or 24 sheep. So it will do way more pigs now. I suppose because the original one probably should have taken more pigs. They've adjusted it to make it a little bit more realistic. Sheep are bigger, cows are bigger, pigs are smaller. Well, I've seen some pigs that are pretty sheep-sized, I'll be honest with you. But options available. We can change the main colour to anything on that palette. Like so. There's no tyre choice options or rim colour changes or anything like that. But what's interesting about this one is the little details that it can do. I'm going to open up this menu. So what we'll do is open cover. Open cover first of all. We'll open the sides up. I have taken the liberty of putting 60 pigs in this already. So that's how you would want to transport your pigs, not with it closed, because they want air as you're travelling, which is all very nice. Then we unfold livestock trailer. So this one actually has an opening back. Nice smooth animation. That's pretty cool. It does have rear work lights as well, which is also very cool. Now if you're backing up to a loading dock or something like that, you can just unload like that if you want to. But what we can do, got to get the right controls. On this one, L1, R1 and left 6 side to side, we can lower the whole back of the lorry down. So we're getting more into a position ready for that rear ramp to come down, so it's not too steep for the animals. So we can lower the whole back of the lorry down. That's pretty cool. Under this one as well, L1, R1 and right stick side to side, we can actually raise and lower that axle. Although I think, yeah, you can raise and lower a little bit because I've got it lowered down already. But yeah, that front axle there, you can raise and lower. And then under L1 and right stick side to side, we can then put the ramp down. So if you want to go a bit more realistic, down comes your ramp, ready for loading or unloading. That's a vast improvement, I think, on the standard in-game one. Those options may seem minor, and most people don't really care. I'll be back into the livestock thing, click on the trigger and just load or unload. But if you like doing a bit more of a narrative, and if you like a bit more of a realistic kind of approach to it, I always wonder why the standard ones don't have a ramp that opens and closes in the back when a lot of the modded ones do. So yeah, we can raise and lower that. Obviously you want to do it a little bit slower than I did. Like so. And then what we'll do is raise the trailer back up. You'll be able to see that axle a little bit better now. Then we can fold it back up again. Fold livestock trailer, closes the doors, folds all the back up. Very, very nice indeed. so I can take my pigs off to market now. That's the Michieletto Am 19RF by Realistic Farmers, and that is it for the mods for today. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.